Hey guys, today I want to talk about content creators and social media influencers, and I like doing air quotes because I think these are new terms that millennials are going to think are old terms. Like surely they know that the internet hasn't been around that long, and these are new ideas and concepts, and people didn't used to get paid to be an influencer or to create content, which is such a vague term that, like, what even is creating content? Is like anything. Just making a video about anything it's content. It doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't say what it is. I mean, I used to think of myself as a content creator because I made videos about stuff. Like, I talk about things and ideas and philosophy and comedy. Like, those are actually things, though. They're topics. You learn stuff or you make somebody laugh, it's content. But I just watched this video by It's a Gundam about Zombie Unicorn. And apparently she put out this masterclass of marketing and how to be a content creator. And her tips were like things you will need. An internet, the computer, like the obvious stuff. Like, they're not real tips. Because she doesn't actually create content. It's like, she's a hot chick, supposedly, or she used to be, and she has big tits, and she has tattoos all over her body. And then, apparently, to create content, then you have to get a DX Racer gaming chair and dye your hair pink, or, like, have outrageous colors. I mean, that's how Ninja got popular, too. I mean, it's not just women. But, like, he was showing how, like, her subscribers would go down, and then she would make a body painting video where she'd paint her tits, and then she would get popular again. And there's like nothing really nobody's into because it's not real content. But she won some like weird reality show nobody saw. And what else was it? Let's sit down here. A voice actor for something, and like that's all you got to do. I mean, to be a content creator, I think there's more to it than that. I guess it helps to have one of these mics that has like an armature. If you have that in your frame, now you're a content creator. Now my sound's probably fucked up. But like, I guess some of it is just putting interesting things in the frame for people to look at, because people will think they can, if you're not saying anything interesting, then they have something to look at. Like, I've seen a lot of people like Asmongold and Destiny, and I know Ninja, a lot of people that have like a little refrigerator, an LED refrigerator with drinks in it behind them with a light on it. So it's bright colors. There's something to look at. If you're bored with the actual content, there is no content. I mean, I'm not saying those guys don't make good videos, but a lot of these people that try to copy them, and sometimes it works. Like, people will get famous without actually saying anything or doing anything. But like, my idea of content is like you actually learn something, or you're educated about. Like, I've been listening to the Harmontown podcast, and I really recommend, if you want to get into podcasts, like, listen to Harmontown number, I think it's like 104. They stopped numbering them. Now it's hard to really keep track of what number I'm on. But it's called like Death to Superman. And then one right after that, Game Recognized Game. And I think I'm on like Clever Girl right now. It's pretty good. They're talking about one of them was all about like how Superman's a really bad character. And then they were talking about Camille Nanjiani's on the show, and he was talking about things he's always wanted to say non-sarcastically. Like, somebody says, "Are we clear on this? Crystal." He's like, he's never had a chance to like say crystal. And then he was talking about Game Recognized Game, which is like a weird, I don't even know exactly what it means, I guess, but it's really funny. And then they were talking about Jurassic Park and Clever Girl, and like, it seems like this was around the time he came up with this meme that's on Rick and Morty right now, because that's the guy that created Rick and Morty, Dan Harmon. This new one, I love this meme. You son of a bitch, I'm in. So, yeah, listen to this podcast. It's really good. So, what was I talking about? Influencers and social media creators. It really pissed me off when Fallout 76 had that social media influencer event at that big fancy West Virginia hotel, and they give them all those canvas bags, and like, everybody's playing the game before anybody else can, so you're just like watching it, and you're like getting hyped up, but you can't play. And I was like getting myself like almost sick to my stomach that I couldn't play that game, and then it came out and it was garbage. So it tells you like social media influencers don't actually, I mean, I guess they influence everybody to buy it, but then it doesn't actually make things good. It doesn't improve the products. They don't listen to people when they give them ideas or tips or, review things. But yeah, check out that It's a Gundam guy. He makes a lot of good videos about Twitch thottery and bullshit like that. Oh, also Zombie Unicorn. She's the chick that was in that Bully Hunters thing. Do you guys know about that? I can't take a lot of stuff for granted that you guys know what stuff is. There's Rich from UV Tech. I guess we'll watch. Which one is like short? This one's like 5 minutes.
Mean people in video games hurting feelings is a problem.
So Zombie Unicorn was, I think, behind this whole deal. Supposedly it was like girls that were getting bullied in games. They were trying to create a website where people would come into the game and kill people for you if they were like insulting you or something.
It was straight up harassment. So that's when the Rosethorn, our casual gamer, decided to call on one of our bully hunters. So the bully hunter has now been alerted and should be joining the game soon. Okay, pause right there. Now zoom in to the bottom left corner.
Holy shit, that response time, that blows the police, fire department, every emergency service out of the water. Apparently within the span of 45 seconds, the Rosethorn was able to contact them via satellite phone or just some direct line of communication. They were able to hop into the game immediately.
This is all like fake and set
And there
up.
it is.
You can
Pause
tell.
right there
They got
again,
caught.
please. Now our bully hunter has asked the Rosethorn live in-game.
Name the bully.
And our victim then immediately replied. So we are watching our bully hunter. She knows who the harasser is and she is on the hunt. You can still hear the harassment in the background. It doesn't stop. So now bully hunter 77 is looking for the harasser. And it looks like she's going to use her knife, folks. And there it is. Just pause right there. Let's back up and see that again.
Wow. They killed him one time in a game where you respawn all the time. Like, who fucking
A very
cares?
difficult move indeed on a man who just fucking fell asleep at his keyboard, apparently. This is some of the worst.
Yeah, he didn't
fake
even
gameplay
keep
I've
running, he
seen.
just
You can
stopped.
definitely fake gameplay and make it look convincing, but this isn't even trying. This is like 2009 era top 10 plays where you'd fake that shit. It's like when you were forced to do a video in middle school, so you just had to poorly act something out just for the sake of the PowerPoint. It's pathetic, really.
And look right there. See in the lower left-hand corner. Let's pause that and zoom into that. Our bully hunter left the calling card message to the harasser.
Ah, a
Harassment is
spam
not a game.
for your website.
Bullyhunters.org.
Yeah, it's Zombie Unicorn there.
Come on, one kill on a man who saw a fucking ghost and left his keyboard for a moment, and you're gonna go ahead and start bragging? That's toxicity right there. You gotta...
And what did they accomplish? Jack shit, because they just respawn and continue harassing. Like, what does that even do? Oh, here's another good video. From bully hunters to body painter. I should put these big titties on my video. That way I'll get views, even though
180.
I'll probably get
She
banned.
like went
But
from Mother
she can do that
Teresa
shit.
to being a stripper at Giggles. It's ridiculous. And she's shameless about it. This is quality entertainment. This is Twitch as a whole. I'm not even going to go through the videos that I saved of women painting their boobs because we all know I've made points about this for the past couple years of the special treatment that chicks get, and it's all sort of fine.
Like, another thing I saw recently was there are all these people, somebody cataloged a bunch of them on Facebook, where I guess they're Instagram celebrities, another air quote celebrity, that if you have so many Instagram viewers, then they would message restaurants and they would say, hey, can I come get a free meal and I'll give you some publicity, I'll give you so many likes or whatever, and increase your business. And nobody's buying into it, and all these restaurants are calling them out for bullshit and saying likes aren't worth the money, and it's just a big scam basically. They're just trying to get free food, and they're like saying you can pay like everybody else. It's pretty funny. I can't wait for all this shit to fall apart, where people stop making money from, well, then they'll have to get real jobs, and they'll take away opportunities for me to get real jobs because I make my money in the real world. So I don't really know how I feel about this. Maybe, well, they shouldn't be getting money for doing it anyway, but there needs to be more jobs so that these people can have to get real jobs.